A bag contains 4 light bulbs. 2 are working, 2 are defective. We draw bulbs one at a time without replacement until we get a good bulb. First, set up the tree diagram for this experiment. Then, compute the probability of each outcome. Then, compute the probability that at most 2 draws occur. Okay, set up our tree diagram. So what's going to happen here? On my first draw, we're going to have 4 bulbs. 2 are working, 2 are defective. So the probability of pulling a working bulb is 1/2. Probability of drawing a defective bulb is 1/2. So we'll put those in like this. Now, if I pulled a working bulb, I stop. If I pull a defective bulb, I have to keep going. So there'll be a second draw. On the second draw, we're going to have 1 defective bulb, 2 working bulbs. So the probability of pulling a defective bulb on the second draw is going to be 1/3. Probability of pulling a good bulb on the second draw is 2/3. So we'll fill in like this. If we pull a working bulb on draw 2, I stop. If we pull a defective bulb, we keep going. Now, if we keep going on the third draw, we only have 2 working bulbs, so we're guaranteed that we're going to pull a working bulb. Okay, so probability of that occurring is probability of a working bulb equals 1, and then we stop. So this is going to be our tree diagram. Now, we have 3 events. You get a working bulb on draw 1, a working bulb on draw 2, or a working bulb on draw 3. So we'll call those E1, E2, and E3. Probability of E1 occurring is going to be a 1/2. That's the probability of getting a working bulb on draw 1. To get the probability of E2, getting a working bulb on your second draw, we multiply down each branch. So I'll have a 1/2 times a 2/3. That gives me 1/3. Then for the third event, we multiply down this branch. So it'll be defective, defective, and then working, and then we stop. So that'll be 1/2 times 1/3 gives me 1/6. So those are going to be the probabilities of each outcome. Now the check, those probabilities have to add up to 1, and 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/6 is 1. So our check works. Okay, last part, probability that at most 2 draws occur. So it's going to be the probability of having 1 draw or the probability of having 2 draws. So that's going to be, okay, we'll have 1/2 plus 1/3, and that gives me 5/6.